Jesus encourages us to pray by showing us that our Heavenly Father is better than our earthly father, and will far more certainly give us good things than any human father would. There is no evil in our Heavenly Father. There is evil in every earthly father. This is very important. Fathers need to hear this. Wives need to hear this. Children, grown children need to hear this. Verse 11, let's read it carefully, think on it deeply. If you then who are evil. Now, that's quite unflattering, blunt, the way Jesus is most of the time. I mean, just picture yourself. I'm John. I'm the apostle of love. Don't talk to me that way. I feel beat up. Why do you do this? If you then who are evil, John, Peter, James, Matthew, Bartholomew, if you then who are evil know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven, who's in heaven, give good things to those who ask Him? The Bible not only often draws attention to the similarity between human fatherhood and divine fatherhood, the Bible also often draws attention to the vast differences between human fatherhood and divine fatherhood. Think of any other places? Hebrews 12. Your fathers disciplined you as they thought best. God disciplines you always for your good. There's one. There are many others. The Bible is not unaware of this pain, of this reality in the world, that all human fathers are evil. All of us. So, Jesus goes beyond the encouragement of saying, you have a father. You have a Father in heaven. He goes beyond that. And He says you have a perfect Father who has no evil. And He contrasts God and His no evil with all fathers and evil. So if you had the very best father, you got a good thing coming. God is 10,000 times better than your good father. In fact, I'm tempted to walk over to the wall, put my nose against the wall a little millimeter away and say, there's the difference. I'm going to get all mixed up here because I hadn't thought this through. The difference between a good father and a bad father is this, and the difference between God and the best father is infinite. That'd be the way to say it. So you think there's a huge gap between the bad father and the father you wish you'd had, and it's really big? Well, compared to how much better God is than the best father, makes that difference very small. Don't ever limit your understanding of the fatherhood of God to the experience of your own father, no matter how good he was or bad. Rather, take heart that God has none of the sins of your father. None. And has none of the limitations of your father, and has none of the weaknesses of your father, and has none of the hang-ups of your father. None of them. And the point Jesus is making is that even fallen fathers give good gifts. Usually. Almost everywhere in the world, in spite of sin, in spite of evil, fathers generally are jealous for the good of their children. You try to mess with my kid, you deal with me. That's inside almost every father, sin or no sin. He's on the side of his kid when his kid's in trouble. That's what Jesus is picking up on. He said, now, if your father, sinner though he be, though you're all evil, if you know how to do anything good for your kid, just think of how much more your perfect Heavenly Father is eager to do good things for His children. So let that land on you. Jesus is laboring with people who have imperfect fathers to help you feel hopeful in prayer. That's what He's trying to do here. He's trying to get kids, grown kids, 40-year-old kids who have nothing but horrible memories on your face, full of hope that the one in heaven is 10,000 times better. That's what He's trying to do. Would you hear Him? Would you hear Him? And would you believe Him? He really wants you to pray, and He wants you to pray full of hope that your Father in heaven will hear you.